By now, most fans of the Monsterenergy AMA Supercross Championship are well aware of the surprising off-track situation involving Haiden Deegan. News of his arrest spread rapidly across social media and the motocross community, creating a firestorm of speculation and discussion. For those who may have missed the initial reports, here's a breakdown of what happened and what it could mean moving forward. On Friday night, Haiden Deegan, the current 250 VDSX West Points leader and one of the most highly publicized young stars in motocross, was arrested in Florida and charged with racing stunt driving. He was booked at 11:29 p.m. and released on a $1,000 bail just under 2 hours later. However, what made this incident even more surprising was the fact that Deegan was on a family trip at the time, traveling with his siblings Haley and Huxon, as well as his parents Brian and Marissa. Deegan. The timing of the arrest was also notable. Just a few hours after Deegan was released from custody, the 250 SX East class was preparing for round 5 in Birmingham, Alabama. The news of his arrest, along with his booking photo, quickly circulated across social media just as the first qualifying sessions of the day were underway. By the time racing began on Saturday night, Deegan's situation had become one of the biggest talking points in the sport, despite the fact that he wasn't even competing that weekend due to the West Division's break. As more details emerged, on Sunday, a clearer picture of the incident began to take shape. According to a report from the Walton County Sheriff's Office, obtained by NWF Daily News, Deegan was allegedly performing donuts in a sports car at the Walton Sports Complex parking lot. The official arrest report states that a gray Audi R8, a high-performance sports car, was observed accelerating west before executing a full rotation in a traffic lane leading to the pickleball courts. A deputy, who was on patrol at the time, activated his emergency lights and siren, signaling the driver to stop. However, according to the report, the Audi completed another full rotation before coming to a halt. Additionally, an off-duty deputy also witnessed the incident and helped detain Deegan at the scene. While in the patrol car, Deegan allegedly made a comment to law enforcement stating, "We were all drifting." Perhaps the most surprising revelation came from a report by the Daily Mail, which claimed that during the arrest, officers discovered multiple fake driver's licenses in Deegan's possession. One of these IDs allegedly listed a false birth year, indicating that he was 21 years old. Despite this discovery, Walton County Sheriff's Office Public Information Officer Corey Dobridnia clarified that Deegan wasn't charged for the fake IDs. According to Dobridnia, it should be noted the deputy expressed to me that Haiden was respectful during the entire encounter. That is part of the reason he wasn't charged with having the fake IDs, which is a felony in Florida. This statement suggests that Deegan's cooperation during the arrest may have played a role in preventing additional legal trouble. While some might brush this off as a minor case of a teenager making a poor decision, the reality is that street racing, even in an empty parking lot, can be dangerous. The fact that Deegan was caught engaging in such behavior while leading a professional championship makes the situation even more questionable. It's difficult to justify why an elite-level athlete who has access to private tracks wouldn't take his sports car to a controlled environment rather than a public area. When you consider the risks, both legally and in terms of his reputation, this was an entirely avoidable situation. From a professional standpoint, this also places his team, Monsterenergy Yamaha Star Racing, in a difficult position. As of Sunday evening, the team had yet to release any official statement regarding the incident. However, it's safe to assume that they aren't thrilled with the negative attention this has brought to both Deegan and the organization. Looking ahead, Deegan is scheduled to race again on March 29th when the 250 SX West Championship resumes in Seattle. Whether this incident will impact his performance or lead to any repercussions from the team or a series of officials remains to be seen. One thing is for sure, this situation has added an unexpected twist to his 2024 season. Switching gears to on-track action, round 10 of the Monsterenergy Supercross season took place in Birmingham, Alabama, featuring the intense Triple Crown format. One of the biggest talking points heading into the event was whether Jason Anderson, could turn his recent flashes of speed into a podium finish. Unfortunately for the Monsterenergy Kawasaki rider, the night didn't go as planned, as a combination of bad luck and tough racing left him 7th overall. Anderson's weekend started off on a promising note. He qualified 4th overall, showing solid speed in practice and looking well prepared to battle for a podium position. However, when the racing started, things quickly took a turn. In race 1, Anderson got off to a fantastic start, launching into 2nd place behind early leader Cooper Webb. He looked poised to contend for the win, but his momentum was abruptly halted when Sexton made an aggressive pass that sent Anderson to the ground. Despite the setback, he managed to recover and finish 5th. A respectable result considering the circumstances. The day started off pretty well, Anderson later reflected. We made some setup changes by the end of practice, and I felt a lot more comfortable, which helped me qualify 4th. Going into the night show, I was in a good spot in the first race, started in 2nd, and was holding strong, but about halfway through, Sexton put some pressure on me and ended up putting me on the ground. I got back up in 6th and fought my way to finish 5th, which was solid considering the setback. Race 2 proved to be another challenge. A poor start left Anderson buried in the pack, and with limited time in the short and triple crown races, he was unable to make up much ground. He finished 8th, further dimming his chances of an overall podium. Then in race 3, things went completely sideways. On the opening lap, Anderson was involved in a chaotic multi-rider crash, which left him scrambling to remount. By the time he got back up and rejoined the race, his hopes for a strong finish were essentially gone. He salvaged a 12th place finish, leaving him with a frustrating 5-8-12 scoreline for the night, placing him 7th overall. If there's one theme to Anderson's 2024 Supercross season, it's that he continues to show podium-worthy speed, only to have things go sideways at the worst possible moments. Whether it's aggressive block passes from rivals, poor starts, or freak crashes, misfortune has followed him throughout the year. Despite the setbacks, Anderson still holds on to 6th place in the 450 championship standings. With the next round set for Seattle next weekend, he'll have another opportunity to turn his luck around. If he can put together a clean night without any major incidents, there's no doubt he has the speed to challenge for podium finishes. But as we've seen time and time again in Supercross, nothing is guaranteed. It's been a recurring theme throughout Anderson's time with Kawasaki. Flashes of race-winning pace, only for misfortune to strike at the worst possible moment. Whether it's getting taken out by rivals, minor mistakes that snowball into bigger problems, or freak crashes, Anderson just can't seem to catch a break. At this point, it's hard not to wonder what his season would look like if things had just gone slightly differently at key moments. Despite the setbacks, Anderson still holds on to 6th place in the 450 championship standings, and with a next round set for Seattle next weekend, he'll have another opportunity to turn his luck around. If he can put together a clean night without any major incidents, there's no doubt he has the speed to challenge for podium finishes. But as we've seen time and time again in Supercross, nothing is guaranteed.